don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
So let's nip this in the bud. Modern controls are not just simple controls. This is a huge misunderstanding I'm seeing about the FGC with this whole modern versus classic controls debate for SF6. We know that modern controls help people play the game in a very accessible manner, especially if you have a disability or if you have no prior fighting game knowledge and you just want to try out Street Fighter 6. Truth is, I've been playing modern controls since the first beta release, and 90% of those 2 betas was me on modern, and everything else is just Chun-Li on classic, and I just love both playstyles and control types so far with Street Fighter 6. So, and something I haven't told you guys about, I've been documenting my journey, even though I told you about it in past videos and past betas, to continue this journey with the beta for an extra 21 hours on both the PlayStation and the Steam demo. If you combine the time between both betas of SF6 and the Capcom and me playing on Parsec, I could have said at this point I've put probably over 120 plus hours in Street Fighter 6 already. But nah, I ain't gonna clickbait y'all like that. But I'm gonna tell you about everything about how I felt and what I learned with modern controls. So if you're enjoying today's video already, please make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I ain't gonna do all that, let's get it. So first time playing, I realized modern controls are not easy controls. I know I said this earlier, but I realized back in the first beta that even though Street Fighter, in air quotes, made simplified controls and gave us an auto combo modifier, there is only one thing why it's still even challenging in Street Fighter, and everyone forgets: neutral. Now, I'm not the best at Street Fighter's neutral. Heck, this is my first time actually learning it past just making a basic level of playing the game. But for some reason, things like shimmying, knowing when to whiff punish, the act of making your move, and making sure your hit confirms on point is how you be able to get those modernized combos off. I'm a big fan of fundamentals win everything in fighting games, and then you build upon those fundamentals, and it's why I like modern mode, because it's helping me build that early on. And I'll explain why. So then I realized though, to be able to play modern mode to its maximum so I won't get cooked, I gotta actually sit down and learn the one thing that I'm like, about with fighting games: frame data. Now, real rap, I used to be kinda anti-frame data because fighting game tutorials just don't ever explain it, and if they do, it assumes everyone got the gist and understand numbers, and that is not the case for everybody. A lot of people won't do something or go to school for something if numbers involved. Sorry, game design dream. So at this point, I'm just like, fuck. So it took me about like 3.5 hours to find a tutorial on YouTube that somewhat made sense to me. I'm gonna have to make my own guide on frame data in the future, because a lot of these tutorials make it very scary. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's like 1 or 2 probably I've seen, like Core Gaming or something like that, that may have been good. But you gotta find it in different places. It's so complicated, I'm not gonna lie. So, from the couple hours I started looking into frame data, I realized that you shouldn't be afraid of frame data. I just know I'm just lazy with it. Think of frame data like Dora's map. She always needs some dang directions, right? Frame data is like a map that will tell you where you're going before you get there. If you know that a certain move will allow you to recover before an opponent does, you can gain the advantage of the next attack. Street Fighter 6 does this for you. I can't do it right now since it's only in a demo, and when the full game comes out, I will expand on that in the future. At this point, we're now at Open Beta 2 and we're at the demo now. So this is where I'm like, alright, it's something more saucy with the modern controls that I can learn. The main reason this is important is because if you don't know, modern controls each corresponding attack button in that mode, or the using assist plus a button, is light, medium, or heavy. It gives you access to a different normal that generally can be just used normally in classic mode, but within the first string of an auto modifier, aka the assist button and the attack button you hit. For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you modern control Ryu, what I've been on the journey to discover. So everybody likes the cool thing about fighting games. Everybody want to know about them combos. Ryu's assist combo starter moves are standing light kick, crouching medium punch, and solar plexus strike, which is 4 heavy punch. What I learned on modern is that every one of these assisted combo starters easily combo into Shoryuken besides 6 heavy punch. Then I started noticing the potential problem that Ryu's Tatsu on the special button alone is the medium version of Tatsu and modern controls from the special button. So it's harder for me to combo with the assist combo set into Tatsu. This is the next big thing about modern controls, and you just have to be okay with it. You got to be content with the toolkit they give you. If you don't like how it works, it ain't for you, dog. After another 30 minutes or so, I was like, damn, but I realized if I use the attack buttons normally, light attack, medium, and heavy attack, and the special button also works. Let's go even deeper with the special button in modern controls. Many people are afraid that the one button specials for a lot of moves will be broken. And in a way, I feel like they balanced them because a lot of the special buttons or the one button ones are the medium version. So it's not that free in my honest opinion, at least right now, but I haven't fought that many real opponents since the open beta 2. I'll probably come back to this after open beta 3. Personally, with charge moves, some of them you still have to hold the charge input to do a lot of the booms, or some of them at the manual level. So there's some balance there that Capcom kind of thought it through. So this is how I feel about modern controls at this point. We are like at the peak of the 90% mark, the 90-hour mark. Modern controls turned Street Fighter 6 into a hybrid of Smash Bros. And Naruto Storm for me, at least the way I can think of it. Let me explain. The special philosophy is like Smash Bros, where usually in Smash, up in the B button, aka special attack, is recovery. While in Street Fighter, forward is 9 times out of 10 universal, with forward special either being some type of DP or Shoryuken. We haven't had grapplers yet, so we don't know. Back in special button is Tatsu, down is Donkey Kick, and the standard special button is a Hadouken or a projectile. Now the assist auto combo button reminds me of how in Naruto Storm that we had different combos based on the direction you master whatever attack. Holding down will put them in a hard knockdown state, neutral combo will blow them back, and up combo will legit end them with them going in the air to where you can get extended damage on the opponent. So yeah, if you didn't think there was any depth in arena fighters, you on the wrong channel. Then I had a shock moment. I realized on the special button, they didn't make a button dedicated to Denjin Charge.
Come on, man.
And this is when I also realized that motion inputs are still allowed in modern controls. Yeah, you can still throw a Hadouken with quarter circle forward and light attack. Denjin Charge is also a down-down input. Once I figured it out, I started testing out other moves, seeing if I could do them without using any assisted things in modern controls. But you can do a lot of moves. It feels like you have a lot of freedom still compared to classic. Classic controls is like pancakes with syrup on it, right? And then you got modern controls with pancakes and butter, but not enough syrup. If that makes any sense. To me, it's pretty much the same thing, let alone, depending on your playstyle, you might think one's better than the other. And now you're probably like, what about the damage? Listen, I ain't gonna talk. I'ma just show you a little taste of what modern controls can do.
Oh, say less.
At the end of the day, the conclusion is I'm happy Street Fighter decided to take this route with modern controls and things of that nature. I think that's pretty dope. I don't think one is inherently 100% better than the other, but I will say that there's promise in both ends of the playstyle. Look, Capcom could have went the route of other fighting games and just completely simple, dumbed down things, if you want to say that word, for games across the board, and then now everybody bored and complaining. I ain't seen so much. But let's be honest, most people that play that game still, I see a lot of people either complaining or this their first Guilty Gear. That's just from my perspective, and I could be wrong. I will go deeper in the future about modern controls and things of that nature. I'm very excited to take this journey on here. I'm probably going to be the modern control Andy, but I will also play classic as well because I just want to be able to play the game at the best way I can. This is going to be a long game, a long haul with content for this game, and I'm very excited to go with this with everybody. So if you enjoyed this video, modern controls told me that I can still cook people with classic controls, and that's what they told me at the end of the day. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, follow me on Twitter at Avataryaya_. Subscribe to get more information, more videos about fighting games, RPGs. I will be primarily covering Street Fighter, Tekken 8, and Final Fantasy on this channel going forward. So that being said, it's your boy Avataryaya. You guys are golden, and that is Raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
is next.
Let's see who's stronger.